Today we are reviewing the Marvel Knights, Marvel Legends CLEA. There's a lot to go into on this. Before I do that, Ethos Pathos Logos, let's explain why I actually have a good reason to be reviewing this figure. I would consider myself one of easily the foremost knowledges on the character of CLEA. I do have a podcast special that I did all about her. I have read every single issue that she has ever been in multiple times. I have this collection of, you can see the file, I have it already here to go through all that with you as we compare her outfits and looks through the years and compare all that to this. I'm not sure what else I can do to like convince you I am the person to talk to about CLEA and to learn about CLEA. But here we go. This is going to be a very up and down review because CLEA is like my favorite character. I am thrilled that they finally made a figure of her, but it's got so many butts. There's a lot of butts in there. The first and foremost, the most obvious one I think being that this is the first CLEA we've ever gotten from any toy company. And it is not even a very noteworthy era of CLEA that she is costumed in. So let's get her out of the box first. I think that'll be a first move, right? Get her out of the box and then we can talk about the costume, the looks, the inaccuracies, should there be those. We talked about there will be. But it's the box, she's a part of the Mindless One Build-A-Figure, which is the stupidest thing to make into a Build-A-Figure. Because it is a army builder. You would really theoretically want many mindless ones, right? The mindless ones being the not really, they're one of the, let's say, indigenous species of the Dark Dimension, which is of course where CLEA hails from. She is her father Orini was the prince of the Dark Dimension before Dormammu and Umar, his sister, kind of threw everything on its head for them. And then her mother is Umar, who is Faultine. They don't really, they're a whole different story. Umar and Dormammu are like not humanoid at all, even though they look it. Anyway, the Mindless One, it really should be the Mindful One if they're going to be saying that it's a one-off and not an army builder. The Mindful One, you know, the Mindless One, I think it makes sense, right? The Mindless Ones, they are these rocky beings that are just kind of like big, brutish. That's it. That's all they are. They're big and they're brutish and they're violent. The Mindful One is basically, I don't want to say the Sorcerer Supreme at any point, but it actually might be the case. I don't quite recall. But anyway, the Mindful One would be the one-off if you want to just pretend that's him. She does come with the fist hands, the magic, magic hands. They've decided to give people these days. And two little purple magic parts. The molds are very familiar. They're with pretty much every magic user who gets those. We have this art on the side, which is funny because this isn't even the right outfit. Check this out. This is the outfit they have on the side of the box. This is purple pants, black torso, white dots, white shoulders. That is not this outfit. It is the right era though, because this outfit and this outfit were very much within the same era. This is going to be from the, if I'm not mistaken, hang on, give me 1 second. I didn't have any of this prepped, so the fact that I can even pull it out is kind of impressive to myself. It's the one, not War of the Realms, but it was the one where, maybe it was War of the Realms, where Brunhilde ends up dying again, and then there was the girlfriend who had like the superpowers that were like her long fingers, and somebody was kidnapped, and anyway. Oh, Asgardians of the Galaxy, that's what it was. Asgardians of the Galaxy. And then just before that, I believe, is when she had this outfit. Also, at this point in comics, she has had her mind wiped of Doctor Strange. We don't need to get into that too much. But okay. The rest of the wave that she came with, it's fine, whatever. I don't know, it's stupid. Yeah, it's it's whatever. You get a hand ninja, you get Luke Cage classic. You know, the new Zardsky Daredevil, King Daredevil, I think is what they call him in the comics. Something like that. Blade, it's great. I wonder if he probably gets the second head. And then Lady Bullseye, and just another Iron Man. What else is new? I feel like the Daredevil characters, the Iron Man characters are just a plethora, and the Spider-Man characters, we just like have endless amounts of them being released. At the top up here, it says, CLEA uses sorcery to lead a rebellion in the Dark Dimension and protect Earth alongside Doctor Strange and the Defenders. Again, not the outfit she's wearing on this figure. Somebody did not do their research or even use their eyeballs. Very clearly white and black and pink. Very clearly different, but anyway. That's the box, I guess. Doctor Strange symbol. Now, it also says Marvel Knights, which is funny. This is supposed to be like the Marvel Knights wave or whatever, right? Not a lot. You got Marvel Knight. I think he was in Marvel Knights. Daredevil has some Marvel Knights stuff, but this is not Marvel Knights era Daredevil. I don't know if his box says that. This is also not Marvel Knights era CLEA. I don't know if she was actually in any specific Marvel Knights stuff, but it's never been relevant to her story. Let's just say that. Let's get that trash out of the way. Yay, big plastic arms that are erased. And here we go. Obviously, not the biggest, but one of the critiques that we're going to have right off is the fact that she has single jointed elbows. As a magic user, oh my god, she can't even bend them at all. She should be able to touch her head as a magic user. Impossible! Look at that. That is as close to her head as she can get her hands. If I really twerk the wrist, no, I don't want to break the bone, the joint. And as thrilled as I am, as picky as I'm going to be about this, I am thrilled to be holding a CLEA action figure. Well, I don't know, yeah. So we're going to start with that. Now there's a couple of things I'm really teetering on the edge of how much to say in this review, just because I could give you her entire backstory and more. One thing that I think, because a lot of people have questions about it, are the circles. I'll talk about the circles a little bit. The circles have been a traditional part of CLEA's costume since the beginning of her appearances. You can see here, this is, actually I have it on my wall back here. This is a Doctor Strange. This is much earlier on in her history. This is kind of more or less what the original looked like. She had this weird triangle piece up here, which is where the inspiration for the shoulder bits now come from. This was a kind of mesh pink top, and then the more purple leggings with black circles. That is more or less her original outfit. This is day one, page one, original outfit. So you can see this is what it was day one by Jack Kirby. Really, really 60s. Her hair is something that people love to make fun of as well, but I really, really love that. But in any case, talking about the significance of the circles, now I searched for the exact panel from the comic, and I don't have it saved on my computer. I do own the comic, though. Oh, her joints are really fucking stiff. I do own the comic that talks about the circles. The flag of her father Orani's kingdom, their family's kingdom in the Dark Dimension, is two interlocked circles. It's actually this, the Vesica Piscis. It is also called a couple of different things. It makes up the Flower of Life, which is one that... Flower of Life. Nope. Hang on. I found it. Flower of Life. Where did this even... Okay, so it goes to this generic page. But you've for sure seen this symbol. They interlock perfectly. You can kind of see how that works. It's extremely complex to try and do yourself. I've tried it a number of times. The best I can get is simply the lines. If I try to add any coloring to it, it completely just whacks me out. But anyway, very, very old and famous symbols here. The Vesica Piscis itself, let's see, at the top here, it talks about, not at the top, it talks about placed horizontal, then it symbolizes the interface between the spiritual and physical worlds, representing two circles. Relevance also has been said to be the symbol of life, a symbol of life, of the materialization of the spirit, blah, 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 blah. When it is placed vertically, it is used to depict a halo or areola representing divine glory. And there's also been, when placed vertically, the depiction of the vulva and therefore femininity and fertility. So I'm lifting her up to show you these are all relevant things to her. The group, I haven't 100% confirmed it, but I was led to believe, and I'm going to accept that because I like it, that the creator at the time of when that panel where it shows her family's flag of the dark dimension, the interlocked circles, just like those, he more or less kind of confirmed that they did all the research on the symbolism, and that's what they came up with to make the rings on her tights make sense. So I really, really love that. It's incredibly appropriate for a character like CLEA. So anyway, that's to explain the circles. The other thing that people obviously talk about a lot when it comes to her outfits are the colors, and then like the wacky shoulders. And I've already kind of shown you. Let's go through her actual OG appearances here, and we can see the wacky shoulders. I have all of this is on my website also. Most of this is on my website. If you want to check that out to see more of the pictures from my CLEA podcast, I posted all of these. What really irks me about this is that she does have a definitive face. CLEA does have a definitive face. You do see it, you know, when you're going through, that's not very much, when you're going through the years of portrayals, right? That's actually a very Sue Storm look, but she has a recognizable face, and they really didn't put it on here. I don't know who this is, but it's not CLEA. She's pretty. She's very pretty. She kind of looks like a Kardashian or a Jenner or something, but CLEA doesn't look like that. What else fun stuff do I have here that I can show you before we get more into this? I already clicked on that one. Yes. Some of my favorite panels here from Marvel Premiere 12. So look at that. That is not... I don't see it. I don't see it. She just looks like a supermodel with very, like, full cheeks. Whereas, that's not it. But anyway, another thing, the curls. Obviously the curls. From the very beginning, we know that CLEA... Oh gosh, this was the era where they tried to, like, age her up and make her look like she was actually Steven's age. But then, like, for obvious reasons, it made her look old. But yeah, the curls have always been a thing. This is, like, where it kind of, like, aged off to after a while was these kind of just two little, like... forelocks that kind of go straight up. That's where it kind of ended up being after a while. Yeah, you know, it's just kind of generic stuff like this. But the curls were always there. Even, see, there they are again. You know, up here at the top, whoop, whoop. She's always had the curly hair. There were some times where they tried to kind of write that out, but people have always wanted to go back to the curls. I love this one. So it's white curls. This is whitish, but extremely not curly. Now, okay, so to go back to the costume, I'm really jumping around here. The actual era that this costume is from, if you just literally Google Marvel Comics CLEA, it's in the first row of results. This is by Stephanie Hans. It was for Fearless Defenders, and this is, as you can see in this panel here, this is when CLEA is actually being asked to help Brunhilde to attach her soul to a living person so that she can kind of jump back and forth, just the way that, like, kind of Thor and what's his name, who was his human version of himself back in the day, how they've kind of made that be, it's either one or the other, they're in the same body, But then, of course, you know, then after the fact, when we get up to where I already showed you in the As Guardians of the Galaxy, when she's in this outfit, which is the one on the box, this is when Brunhilde has died again, and so they assume, oh, that means that Annabelle, that's her name, Annabelle, who is sharing her body, is also dead, and this is where CLEA comes in and says, no, actually, Annabelle can get brought back, even though Brunhilde is dead. So, this is the design page for her current costume. This is what I was really thinking they were going to be doing the MCU costume kind of design by. That is not what they did. It is also not what they gave us for her action figure. Once again, that was a very specific time during Fearless Defenders, which I want to say was only like 2013 or something. And if we're looking at the costume's accuracy, it does look pretty good. We don't get a ton of looks at it. I'm out of frame. You don't get a ton of looks at it, but I do wish that she did have some of the curls more in her hair, because even here, and even here, again, with the face, it's the eyes. The mouth you cannot get away with in this panel, but the eyes are just absolutely Barbie doll. This does not work for CLEA at all. Okay, so anyway, and just real quick, I'm going to zoom in right there. That one in the center is the one that the Stephanie Hans design came after, and was sort of designed for. This was like, this outfit that we've got, the Stephanie Hans outfit, is the like spin-off of this design, which was one of the last or the more recent ones that she was in as of this time period, because there was a huge gap. And we really, we really don't need to talk about the travesty that is the attempt of putting CLEA in the MCU. Do we even have an image here? Yeah, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Look at the hair. Why did they design her after Lady Gaga? You have literal decades of stuff you could have just gone for the comics, but no, Lady Gaga. She has nothing to do with Lady Gaga, but I guess, I mean, I had very little good to say about that. That was really disappointing for me to see. What the heck is this? Anyway, we're getting off track here. Let's not watch anime. Let's get back to what we were doing. You've seen me messing around with this as we make the video. She is extremely stiff in every way possible. The belt obviously moves around because they do that. There wasn't a whole lot of extra that they could have sculpted in here, so I can't really give them shit about that. However, it's still not an accurate costume that she has. If they were going to give us our first CLEA outfit, I would have thought that they would have given us either her original look or an original look, because it was kind of wishy-washy for a few years as they worked out how it looked good and what didn't, or the current look. What did they give us? Something that appeared in a handful of issues at most, which I guess is fine, because they do that. That's what Hasbro does. We know this. We know that Hasbro will pick a single panel, is what it seems to usually be, and design the entire figure off of that one panel and everything about it. Whether or not that was the only panel they look like that in, who cares? That's how they do it. That's how they seem to do it. And you could say that that's what they did with CLEA too. They literally went to Google Images, they searched Marvel Comics CLEA, they went down the line to like the 4th or 5th image, and they clicked on that one because that was the Stephanie Hans. And that's how we got this. Doesn't matter that it's inaccurate in many ways, and they even put the wrong picture on the box. This is not the outfit she's wearing on the box. But I am delighted to have a CLEA. So it's a big double-edged sword, folks. It is. And also, I'm a little bit... why did they even bother to give her fists? Because she doesn't really punch people. I don't know. I also have a response to a video. This guy made this really ugly, it was like a series he did called CLEA Loves Sex, because there was times, you know, especially back in like the 70s, where they were really pushing that because they wanted her to be Doctor Strange's, you know, sexy little assistant who was also way more powerful than him, but he couldn't take it, and that's why they ended up divorcing. And fun fact, they were divorced. They were not the love of each other's lives. They were divorced, but now they're pretending that never happened. I guess when CLEA lost her memories and then regained them after Steven died, she forgot the divorce part, because that definitely happened. They were specifically not together anymore, but now they're pretending that they've been each other's love of their lives. And there wasn't even any mention of the divorce. Like, she could have been like, him dying has really made me realize I love him, but they didn't even do that. It was just like, he's my husband. No, what? My name is CLEA Strange. No, it's not, because Faultines don't take last names because they're disgusted by family structure or the even depiction of physical form. Like, none of it makes sense. Jed McKay, please read my podcast or listen to my podcast about CLEA. It will help you write your CLEA stuff. Is it Jed McKay right now? Or is it Campbell? I think it's Jed McKay. But yeah, I don't really know what else I can say about this without just talking about CLEA as a character. Got plain face syndrome. You can almost make it work, but the fact that it just looks like a Barbie doll face, I don't know. Can I grab Steven? I can grab Steven. Hang on. But it's a classic Steven is the thing, and this is not a classic CLEA. It's a little bit frustrating. Her legs they do twist. The foot doesn't really do what it should be doing, but hey, Hasbro, what else is new? I had her standing a minute ago. What happened? I don't know what I did. I'm trying to get this posed a little bit. God, man. The gloves do feel like a different texture than the rest of her arms, too. So, I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. I can't seem to get this arm to bend, like, at all. So I guess it's just going to be like that. Nope. 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 Okay. Shit. Ugh. I have this fantasy of writing a story about CLEA because I have this really great idea for a story. Shit, motherfucker. But, you know, without any writing credits under my belt, how does one exactly get that going? They don't. All right, stay. Oh yeah, he's got the cape. Okay, so this Steven has a custom cape, and there's also some other parts that have been customized. This blue here was not blue originally. I think it was a red or something. But we repainted him a little bit to make him the classic Strange look. They didn't even see CLEA's got this on her outfit now, and she's got a Faultine head, which is the Flamey Flames head. You know how Dormammu looks, right? That is literally CLEA. She can do the same thing. Of course, I can't find it. Is this it? No. But she does the flamey head. The flamey head is a thing that she can do, because that is the true form of the Faultine, and she is a Sorcerer Supreme of both the Faultine, well, the Dark Dimension, and Earth, and she is a wild, fucking, amazing-ass bitch. I love her. Like this. Look at this. Ugh. It's not gonna open. Never mind. Unable. Oh, it did open. Hey, look at this. Neil Adams classic with the curls and the hair. Could have given her that face. No. Nope. Nope. We're just stuck with, hang on. We're just stuck with this. And Steven does look way better than she does. She looks so simple compared to him. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they chose the simplest design they could go for, because that would probably be this one. Close follow is this one, the somewhat OG basic design, except for the curls and the weird shoulder bits. So the most basic they could have come up with, I think. I'm not sure about parts reuse, and I will probably link in the video where he got this cape in case you wanted to. Yeah, not sure about parts reuse. I'm sure absolutely everything is reused besides, like, maybe the shoulder pads or the belts. I don't know. I do like how it, like, looks like it sits on her back like that, like on her lower back. I don't know, but I think that's pretty much it. Send me your CLEA fan art.